Hello guys, welcome to Autolatest Cars. Today we are reviewing one of the most important pickup cars on European market. It's a Chinese one. It's made by Maxus. Maxus being a SEDEC company, parent company. They are making especially vans, utility trucks, and this pickup on Chinese market. Today we are talking about the new T60 MAX. This is the diesel brother of the T80 MAX. The T80, it's the electric version. Of course, a total failure from my point of view on European market, because here we are driving only diesel, like in China. We are not buying electric pickups here, being in southeast of Europe, with a lot of mountains, with a lot of off-road, with vast territories. So diesel is the only version. Today we're reviewing the T60 MAX. This is I think it's the third generation of pickup made by Maxus. This car, it's brand new. It has a new platform. It's called inside platform. It's called SK8C. It's built by Maxus together with GM. So we are going to talk more about the engine and about the collaboration between the GM, General Motors, and SEDEC, because this is a SEDEC brand. Maxus being an also electric version of utility cars and this car. The Max, it's quite a full-size pickup. It's made to directly compete with Ford Ranger. Ford Ranger as a equivalent level of equipment, it's like a Tremor. It's a Ford Ranger equivalent with 2.0 EcoBlue, 205 horsepower. This engine has 218 horsepower. This is more powerful than the Ford version, and also competes with the Isuzu D-Max that has only 1.9 DDS engine with 163 horsepower. That's an entry. That's the only diesel mounted on D-Max. So this is more powerful than the D-Max. And of course, with Mitsubishi L200, of course, one of the most important pickup cars on any market. And of course, let's not forget Toyota Hilux being 2.8, very industrial, very agricultural diesel engine, also mounted on the new Land Cruiser. Of course, it's an engine built tough, built for off-road, built for real heavy works. This T60, you could see it as design. The length, it's smaller than the Ranger, but it's a full-size pickup. From the design point of view, you have this plastic here, which is quite good. But when you go inside, let me show you. This is a novelty from my point of view. It has very an important system not to protect this system. Of course, this is painted. This is not. This is strange from my point of view, being reviewing a lot of pickups. This is painted, and of course, like this, this is not plastic. That's somehow a very hard paint made to last. And of course, you have the deflector, the air deflector. That it's only this is for the design. It doesn't really matter from my point of view. Okay, you have the camera here. You have SEDEC motor, and of course T60. This is not T80, this is T60, and the red T means twin turbo. The car is borrowed from our partner Mid Motors in Romania, the importer of Maxus cars on Romanian market, Quantum Auto. And this is the view from the back. Of course, you will have here a foot. You have to put your foot here and climb in the car. Smaller compared with the Ranger, but even though that's enough. Another curiosity from my point of view is that the leather chassis is painted. It's not black. It's painted, and the leaf springs in the back. The spare wheel it's on its place. The tires are GT 4x4 HT 150/52. This is not the best tire on this car. So if you want to have this car more user friendly on roads, go and buy different type of tires. You will have the B-Turbo logo here, and the design is quite enough. from my point of view, the design is quite enough. It looks good. This is the key. This is the normal key. It says Maxus, and there's the close the window, close and open the cars. Open the car. Another feature: the collision warning radar. It's put beneath the over the number plate, which is quite good, because when you make off-road, you don't want that collision radar to be lowering, to have a lower position. You have Maxus here on the bonnet, and of course the side of this car, it's quite decent, so it looks good. I think the chassis is made by Maxus with the GM, and as you probably know, Chevrolet sells this car on the brand Chevrolet S10 on some South American markets, but on US market it's sold like Chevrolet Colorado, being an Isuzu D-Max. So this is that's the novelty. The Maxus T60 somehow an Isuzu D-Max, sold by Chevrolet under the brand of Chevrolet Colorado in USA, and the Chevrolet S10 on entry-level markets. As a technical point of view, we could say that the length of the car is 5 meter 393 centimeters, which is quite big. The turning circle is 12.7 meters, which is quite big. The angle of attack is 29 degrees wrong. The back angle is 26 degrees. The empty weight is 2,275 kilograms. The ground clearance is 230 millimeters, and the maximal capacity inside is like 1.2 tons, which is quite good. 0-100 11.9 seconds, and max speed 170. And definitely I drove this car for over 100 kilometers. I could tell you that it would run definitely with no problem with 140-150 kilometers an hour on the highway. The fuel consumption that Sykes tells us is 9.1 WLTP, but the fuel tank is 75 liters. But the curiosity is like, even with the 7.5 liters, the fuel consumption, average fuel consumption in this area, city driving, a lot of casual normal driving between cities and the highway, it's around 7.58 liters. So with 75 liters you definitely could go almost 900 kilometers. So the engine is quite one of the most important things. It's a state-of-the-art engine from my point of view, from the fuel consumption point of view. Let's go open the bonnet and talk about the engine, because that's the new curiosity from Maxus. Okay, we have opened the bonnet, so you'll have here the arrangement of the engine. This is not a transversal engine, this is a longitudinal engine, but the plastic cover definitely could make you make a mistake from this point of view. The engine is called SC20M218Q6A. That's an engine made by SEDEC, but they say it's a SEDEC, but the real history of this engine is that it's made by SDAC, a Chinese company that has been founded in 1947. So this is the parent company. It's called SEDEC, the big giant one that actually makes almost 7 million cars. They have also the MG brand and the Rove in China, and of course Maxus, the utility cars. But the diesel producer is called SDAC, and that's an SDAC engine, an engine made by SDAC with General Motors. So if GM was still around in Europe in 2025, this engine would definitely be mounted on the third generation or fourth generation of Opel Insignia, let's say, or Chevrolet Malibu. But Chevy and GM they are no longer on European market, and this is the next generation of CDTI engine made by GM 10 or 15 years ago. So the engine has 218 horsepower at 4,000 RPM and 500 Newton meters at 1,500 RPM. One of the most important things when we are talking about this SDAC engine is that this engine, it's mated to a ZF8 gearbox. So I think SEDEC actually makes ZF8 gearbox on China, for Chinese or other European or American producers, because this is an ZF8. Okay, the previous generation, it was only called T60, had a different range of engines, and of course an AC 86 torque converter. But today we are talking about the 2.0 twin turbo engine with the ZF8. So this is beautiful because actually it runs quite well and actually makes that fuel consumption quite important. Every system here is quite normally built. It's built tough from my point of view. The battery is 90 amps, so it's a big battery. It has only one battery, not two optional like Isuzu and of course the Hilux. You have here the air filter. You have air mass filter is here. Everything is built correctly from my point of view, and the twin turbo system is in the back. As you probably see, you have two. You have one here and one there. Why? Because this car actually it's made to be very reliable. This engine call name SE20M. It's also offered on different Chinese markets or Asian markets as a single turbo diesel engine with 136 horsepower, and even a single turbo with 146. But the twin turbo version, it's called this one, and has 280 horsepower. But SDAC actually builds for this truck a 2.8 diesel engine. But that engine is made by SDAC with VM Motori from Italy. So also with GM, because VM Motori was bought 20 years ago by GM. So when we are talking about Maxus engines and Maxus technology, you have to definitely compare it with the GM, with General Motors, because as you probably know, in Europe you have 1.3 multijet being an FFP Fiat powertrain FPAT engine, but FPT bought VM Motori a long time ago, owned by GM. So it's crazy. That's why a lot of older Opel cars had the VM Motori engine 2.0, but also had the multijet engine like 1.3 and 1.6 diesel engine. They are all called on Opel cars CDTI, but 1.3 and 1.6 were made by Fiat FPT, but the 2 liter and the 2.8 liter mounted on the, let's say, Jeep, was VM Motori. So SEDEC in 2025 has the technology of GM, because SEDEC and GM actually make this engine. Also, this engine is mounted on the Delivery 6 and Delivery 9 van. So this engine it must run beautifully for hundreds of thousands of kilometers with no problem. So from this point of view, MaxusT60 MAX should run at least like a Ford Ranger or Isuzu D-Max. From my point of view, that's top of the line. The car drives well, the engine is decent, it has good reliable performance, real performance, and very good fuel consumption. So let's go inside and talk about the interior, because this is one of the most the highlight of this MaxusT60. So before we enter in the back, we have to inside we have to prove you the door handles, the sound of the doors. Quite good. And of course, being a pickup, you have this big handle, and of course on the driver side, on the passenger side, you also have a big door handle. We are in the back here. Of course, being a SEDEC brand, you have an MG bag, which is quite enough, quite good. That's the dashboard. The dashboard actually is the big curiosity of this Maxus, because it's very much improved. The platform is new, the engine is old, but twin turbo, and the gearbox ZF8, it's beautiful. So from this point of view, I have a very complete pickup, but with the interior, it's quite well. The Chinese actually wanted to make one of the best pickup on the market, and from the technological point of view, this car beats a lot of European and Japanese and American pickup, because it has a lot of technology inside. A big problem on pickup market, because the manufacturer asks you a lot of money for low tech. They offer you good suspension, good towing capacity, good engines, good gearbox, but when you climb in a modern pickup made by, let's say, not Ford, let's say Isuzu, let's say L200, let's say Nissan Navara on different markets, or Nissan Frontier on US market, even the entry-level Ford Rangers, you'll definitely have a very low-cost interior. From this point of view, Maxus actually makes a very big statement. Good materials, good quality, and this is standard. As what you see here, it's standard. Okay, we open the door. You see here Maxus. This is leather seats. I think it's somehow some type of leather. Electric seats, and on the left you will have the left and right mirror, auto hold. The quality, this is quite good. This is better than a lot of cars. Not so better like not at the level of Ford Ranger, but better than the Isuzu D-Max, better than Hilux, better than L200. Leather and very soft materials here. Very good, reliable build quality, and of course here very soft materials, which is very unusual for a pickup. Okay, inside you have a very big LCD. There are two LCDs, 1, 2. Airflow 2. I actually put this car to be very user. Okay, we go inside. You have the leather seats. I don't know I don't know if it's leather, but it's quite good. The quality is decent. You have electric seats here. You have you open from this button. You open the fuel tank door. You have a blue because it's a diesel, and diesel, of course. From this point of view, it's okay. The materials inside are quite good. This is soft, this is decent, and this is leather, and of course 4 electric windows. And on the left you have the left-right mirror SOS button, and the build quality, it's quite beautiful, because when you push it, it's quite soft. So from this point of view, the Maxus T60, it's a top of the line pickup, and when you get inside, you definitely realize why this car is so important for SAIC, for SAIC Motors, for Maxus, because as I told you, a lot of pickups actually brings you an archaic old low-cost multimedia system. So SAIC brings you this. Is like an the system mounted on I think on MGHS, which is quite beautiful, and the steering wheel, it's classic. You have pedal shift. Of course, we have a ZF8 gearbox with torque converter, so you'll have a reliability of 300,000 or 400,000 kilometers with no problem, even if you are towing. You have buttons for the cruise control here, and of course the sound system, and the heated steering wheel, and on off for the phone, for the connection with Bluetooth. Another thing, this is not the gearbox, this is 2 high auto, 4 high, 4 low. This is the transfer case, because the gearbox is here, it's not there. And the start button, it's curiosity, it's a security thing. Let's start it. It's mounted down there. We started the car. We have started the car, and you will have the fuel tank. It's like almost full. Let's see, we have lane assist off if you like to drive the car off-road, and the collision warning assist off. You have control, seats, lamps, that's important. We have also vehicle, and you have 360, another feature. Of course, when we start the car, you will feel that, because it will start on every time when you go drive, and that's it. The 360, it's on. You have the system here. Okay, you have home. You have an interesting air conditioning system. You have cool, warm, fresh, and standard. 4 types of air conditioning modes, which is important. You have instant fuel consumption. We have 818 kilometers, and I drove this car almost 100 kilometers, and I still have over 800 kilometers of range. But the fuel consumption, as I told you, it's around 7.5 liters. So this engine is quite efficient. You have an energy data. DPF regeneration, trips, fault, no problem. This is kilopascal, it's not a bar, so 2.6 bar. It has 5,000 kilometers. You have to go to service, I don't know why. You have the connection with the phone, you have radio here, you have the button with everything on, and of course you have the climate. And when you go to climate, you will have this is the fan speed, which is quite interesting. The fan speed, it's normal. You have auto, AC, and automatic recirculation. But the home button is the most important because you have everything. You don't have a navigation system because it's not important. You have Android Auto and Apple CarPlay. And of course, you have a wireless charging here. These buttons, this is a shortcut buttons, and of course the hazard lights. Two cup holders here, which are quite good. Electronic power handbrake, and this is the T60 Maxus, the 5-year warranty or 160 kilometers. The price tag on our market is 45,000 euros. You have only one equipment level. It's called the T60 MAX Luxury, and everything it's on. Almost everything it's offered standard. I don't know the Euro NCAP safety ratings for this car, but I think it's quite high because this is a new generation of cars. So maximum power 158 kilowatts, 500 Newton meters, zero. The fuel consumption 9.1. Emissions CO2 is 239, so it's quite big because it's a big car. The wheelbase is over 3 meters 155, which is quite big. Ground clearance, as I told you, 230 millimeters. Maximal weight of this car it's 6,350 kilograms, and 88 8-speed automatic 8-speed automatic torque converter ZF gearbox. Let me show you the sound of this car from outside. This is a normal diesel. This is a decent one. This is not a diesel like an Isuzu D-Max, which is quite industrial sound. This car actually it looks good. Nobody knows it because it's all somehow brand new on European market, but it drives well. The price tag is too big. Actually, two things I hate about this truck. The price tag is too big, and the back suspension with the leaf springs, it's quite hard. This is an utility car, but it's normal for a pickup, but not compared with the Ford Ranger or Isuzu D-Max. Actually I don't hate anything, and I hate of course the tires, the GT tires that are not so good on cold weather with somehow snow on the road, because this is they are AT and they are not performing good. So if you want this pickup, if you buy it, go change the tires, go to Bridgestone, so normal tires, normal Japanese premium tires, and not Continental, not Michelin. Go for Bridgestone because they are quite specialist on this from this point of view. And the leaf suspension in the back is decent, but the car is actually sold in this version the same on European market, but also on other part of the continent. So it has a McPherson's front suspension. It doesn't have double wishbone, so that's a low cost solution. But they have a solution for this car because they have a Borg-Warner transfer case, ZF8 gearbox, and a decent SAIC and GM diesel engine, so it's very fuel efficient. But there are a lot of elements that actually are low cost, like the paint and in here, which looks good from the when you look from the first time, but when you go closer, you definitely, the Ford Ranger has here a lot of plastic to protect the plastic. But this is the solution. It's strange for me. This is painted. This is not plastic like optional on a lot of pickups. But the capacity of this of this area is over 1.2 tons, so it's quite big compared with Europeans, because Ford Ranger has 1000 kilograms, so this is more capable. It's like 1200, so 200 kilograms more. The ground clearance, it's okay. The looks, the design, it's okay. Everything about this car, it's okay, but you definitely should drive it. Don't trust us. Go drive it, and don't forget a lot of pickups are sold with so much less technology inside, but with prices comparable. So Maxus comes here on European market to bring you a decent pickup with a big price tag, because everything it's standard. Of course, this car should have a price around 40,000 euros, not 45,000 euros. So this the best price for this pickup, from my point of view, is like 39,990. And at that price, definitely even Ford would be very constrained to make incentive for the customers, because it's a lot of the Chinese brings you a lot of car with a lot of diesel engine, with a good fuel consumption, and of course with that magical ZF8 gearbox. And remember, in April 2025, Isuzu D-Max has 86 gearbox AC. The entry-level XLT and entry-level Ford Rangers with 170 horsepower 2.0 EcoBlue has only 86 gearbox made by Ford. And of course, only the top-of-the-line versions Ranger have 8010 gearbox, and the Hilux has 88 from Land Cruiser. But this one, the MaxusT60 has 88 standard. So standard level of equipment, top of the line. Optional is only, I think, only the color, and that's it. If you want to drive a different pickup, please go and visit your Maxus dealer or SAIC or MG dealer they are selling Maxus car, because this is strange. This is strange, but beautifully strange. It's every time when we review a new generation of a new brand of pickups, it's actually a celebration, because a lot of Europeans have driven only Toyotas, Ford, Mitsubishis, and Nissan. And Nissan Navara is no longer on European market. Mitsubishi L200 is no longer on this market. I don't know why. Renault Arcana, which was a Nissan Navara, is no longer on European market. The VW Amarok, it's a Ford Ranger. And actually you have only Ford Ranger, Isuzu D-Max, and Toyota Hilux, but Hilux is too expensive, and this is a very good bargain compared with the Hilux. But the Hilux, it's a 2.8 88, so it's a different pickup truck, more reliable and more. You buy the name there. This is they don't have a name from now. They have Maxus. I think it's a brand. It's a almost new name in SAIC Corporation, Motor Corporation, but they are going to bring a lot of interesting cars on European market, and this pickup, it's quite one of them, because it's decent from all point of view. It's decent. It makes everything normal. It's not best in every category, but it's good. So it's very important. And the ZF8 gearbox, it's actually the most important thing about this car. The GM engine and the ZF8 gearbox and the Borg-Warner transfer case are actually three important details, technological details, that should put this pickup on your marketplace. Thank you.